Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I am so happy to be back with another video. It has been a while, but I really had a lot of fun crafting and I was just too busy crafting to actually make videos. I was having more fun in my craft room than putting the videos together, so I just stuck with it. Now, what I had a lot of fun with, and which is a first for me, is these club kits from Spellbinders. I first subscribed this year. I really enjoy these. And with the UK website now from Spellbinders, it's really easy to get these in Europe as well. There's not a ton of shipping costs, so that's great. And yeah, I very much urge you to check these out. This video shows off the stitching die of the month of January. I bought these with my own money. I really like these kits. I have worked with Spellbinders in the past and I will probably work with them again, but this one is just for me. And I do want to say that this stitching die was sold out really quickly for the month of January. So it's not available anymore. I will still leave the club kit subscription linked down below. You can purchase that. I will use an affiliate link, so if you purchase it, I will get a small bit of the sale of that. But I want to urge you that if you are interested in subscribing to the Stitching Club of the Month for Spellbinders, you want to get there really quickly for February because the stitching die of the month of January sold out so quickly. I was very lucky to still be able to get all of my kits because I ordered, or I wanted to get the whole package. So I got all of the subscription boxes, which is really fun because you get a nice discount for all of the products and you don't have to pick and choose. I love that. But if you want the stitching die or the full club kit, I'm not sure what that is called actually, you want to get there really quickly because the stitching die is quite new and I think they might have underestimated the interest of their customers. So I'm not showing you how I stitched this panel. I only used one panel of this die set. It cuts out a bunch of different layers that you can layer together for lots of lovely dimension, but they pretty much emboss the pattern to stitch right on the paper as you die cut it. So it's really easy to follow. You get lines guiding you from dot to dot. You just have to cover them with thread. It's really easy and relaxing. There's no point in me showing that on video, so I do want to say that I adhered this with double-sided adhesive, and yes, you can see the adhesive a little bit poking through some of the holes, but I think it's worth it because this definitely adheres it down where liquid glue probably wouldn't have adhered it down as securely. This is the small die kit of the month of January. And I love this. What stood out to me the most was obviously this big ampersand, but the sub-sentiments are great. You can definitely use those on their own. They do go together, so there's pairs of them. It's basically designed to fit the ampersand in the middle, like happy birthday and many more, which is what I used on this card. But I really like the style of sentiment dies. They cut a really dainty sentiment inside of your cardstock, and you just back it with a another strip of cardstock that doesn't have the word cut out of them. So you have one die to just cut the strip, and then you have many dies to fill in the words, and it's just a really fun way to make a sentiment. I think I really like these. They have done this before in other sets, and I'm kind of trying to collect as many as I can because I love the style so much. What I started with was die cutting all my pieces, and then I'm layering all of them together. I'm not backing the flowers with extra layers of white cardstock, but I am assembling them before I put them on my card. I have die cut all of the centers of the flowers, and I die cut each flower a couple of times except for the big one because I knew that I would only need one of those. And I also layered up the ampersand because I knew that was going to be my main feature on this card and I wanted it to look quite substantial. Now, as I said, these are really easy to put together and I definitely showed it in this video, but I didn't point it out. You can go back to see it. The packaging of these club kits is also really, really good because it is a club kit, you kind of get instructions on how to make a card on the back of the packaging, which is really fun for inspiration. So you can definitely see how to assemble these flowers, and you can very easily see some inspiration for the stitching die, for example, on how to use all of the layers together, like so many people have done. I thought it was fun to just use one of the layers on each card. My next card is going to just feature the top layer of this stitching die set, and I really like that. But yeah, so you get card inspiration and card instructions on the back, and I also really loved, I forgot to point it out, and I remembered to film it this time, the dies come on plastic sheets, and it's lovely. I was so excited when I saw that, and I can't believe I haven't seen companies do this before. The packaging is really annoying for dies sometimes because they are always adhered down on paper, and sometimes when you pull them up of their adhesive, you pull a bunch of paper with it and it's really hard to get it off. It's so annoying, and this time that didn't happen. It didn't even pull up the tape. I was so excited just about the packaging. So now I completely forgot to show you or tell you what I'm doing, but it's really easy. I am just putting these flowers on the ampersand, and I am showing you this as if it's done. It wasn't done. I couldn't stop with this card. I added more flowers. You will see it in the end in the picture. And I also ended up adding some embellishments as well. This was a really fun card to put together, but I just wanted to add more and more and more. Now for the second card, this is also that same stitching die cut club of the month. Yeah, I am messing up that name all over in this video, but yeah, it's just the same stitching die set, but I only use the circle. This also cuts some stitching pattern, and it's just a really fun fan kind of thing. It's a really fun decorative piece, I thought, and I was really surprised that I didn't see anyone just use a circle, because I was really excited about that when I saw what the die of the month would be. Yeah, I really, really love this. I am very happy with how this card turned out. So I just cut 12 of these circles. If you want them to be a little bit more sturdy, just cut 2 of each and layer them together before you start stitching. I have very sturdy cardstock. This is 300 GSM, so it's very thick, and I didn't feel the need, but if I would have cut these out of colored cardstock, which I considered, that would be really fun too, I would have backed these with some sturdy white cardstock as well. Then I chose my thread colors. I kind of went for 5 or 4 blue and green color families, and I went from light to dark. It was really, that was the hardest part to choose my colors here, because I don't have a lot of great colors of thread, of stitching thread. But yeah, I also want to mention that the thread I use is 6-ply, but I only use 3-ply for stitching. So I just pull out 3 strands of thread and then start stitching. Yeah, it's pretty standard. I think everyone points that out in their stitching die videos for Spellbinders. I think 3-ply is best. 2-ply also works, but you're not going to get as many as much color on your piece as you would with 3-ply. 4-ply would definitely be too thick. Spellbinders also actually sells some DMC thread of their own. So they coordinate with Spellbinders cardstock, which I think is a really fun concept. I don't have Spellbinders cardstock, and I also use very cheap stitching thread, just a variety package I got off of Amazon ages ago. But if you're interested in starting to stitch on cards and you might have some Spellbinders colored cardstock already, these packs would be a great addition to your craft room if you're into stitching on cards. So I will leave those linked below as well if I can find them. Yeah, they're really, really fun colors. I love that Spellbinders does this because they do so many stitching dies as well. I feel like I talked a lot and I didn't say much about how I made these cards, but they're really easy to put together, so I don't think there was much that I needed to point out. I just wanted to be excited about the club kits from Spellbinders because I am very happy that I was finally able to purchase them. I hope you like these cards and I hope you like this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you liked the video, and if you are interested in becoming a club member on Spellbinders, I hope you use my affiliate links in the description below. That would help me out a ton. And don't forget that the stitching die will sell out fast, so get there fast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.